Good morning. I have put a pumpkin in the oven to make pumpkin puree. It is day 2 of, sorry what's going on with my hair, day 2 of 30 days of vegan. Sorry, this lighting is not the one. Is that a bit better? Yeah, it's day 2 of 30 days of vegan. If you aren't following on Instagram, go give me a follow over on Instagram because I'm going to be uploading a new recipe every day. I will be uploading them as shorts as well, so if you don't have Instagram, you can check out shorts on here. But I spoke about it in my last video. It's just kind of a way to get back into Instagram. It's hard to explain, maybe if you don't make content online, but I feel very connected on YouTube. I think I can be my real self on YouTube, and I think that you guys can sense that. On Instagram, I don't feel like I can fully, because it's short form, you can't fully be yourself and you're just taking a snap for your story, just quickly, you know, uploading a video or editing a video, and it can all kind of be a bit contrived, and I find it more difficult to find my place on Instagram. It's kind of like when you don't fit in somewhere, that's how I kind of feel on Instagram. I kind of prefer TikTok, weirdly, because that feels a bit more authentic. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice challenge and it's a way to get me creating content and cooking. So today I'm making some pumpkin puree, which is a really great thing to make if you've never made it before. Because you can use it in other recipes. So I have a few recipes like pumpkin hummus, pumpkin spice cookies. You can make your own pumpkin spice latte by making your own pumpkin puree at home. Obviously you can get it in the shops. I don't know if it's that easy to get in the shops though in the UK, as far as I'm aware. I think it's just better to make your own because you literally just need a pumpkin and that's it. So it's very simple. And I just shoved that in before the day starts. And I'm going to go out this morning, gonna get a bit of work done, and then I'm gonna go out this morning to meet my friend Blue. You may remember Blue, or you may watch Blue. I'm not sure that she uploads on YouTube very often anymore, but her name's Blue Ollis, and yeah, she moved into our old flat in Brighton, and I haven't seen her, I think, since then, because I moved to Cornwall and she's been travelling. She is house sitting and dog sitting, and she is in Cornwall right now with her partner Peter. So I'm going to go hang out with them and catch up because it's been so long, and I'm really excited to see them. So that'll be really, really fun. Alex is off out for the day, so he can't come. And yeah, I'm going to take Roxy with me so we can go on a nice little walk to St Ives, and it's going to be just a cosy couple of days. And I'm loving the autumn vibes, like the light in autumn. I forgot that kind of dappled, glowing light because the sunrise is a bit later. I think when winter rolls around, I get a bit fed up because it's really dark, but I do love it this time of year. It's so lovely. And yeah, it just feels cozy. It feels like the mornings are cozier. It is cold. I have to put my dressing gown on and fluffy socks. And we've just ordered heating oil because I think it's time to switch the Aga on. I really hate that we have to order heating oil. Yes, I wish you could just flick a switch and get gas or something. No, I mean as in like I hate the fact that we have to use fossil fuels to heat our house.
Well, that as well, yeah.
I wish we had a modern house and we could use like a heat pump.
You can get a grant, but I don't think our house would like a heat pump.
No, that bothers me. It's like when I'm like following all the climate activists, it's like end fossil fuels. I'm like, yes, end fossil fuels, end Rosebank. We can't let these things go forwards. I hate our Prime Minister. Why is he agreeing to new fossil fuels? And here I am ordering heating oil. It's so annoying. Anyway, that's...
Can I just say that I was so hot last night that I had to take my trousers off and then I had to lie in the bed without the duvet on.
It was quite warm yesterday, weirdly. Anyway, I just had a delivery from Sonde Floor, and I have seen lots of girlies on Instagram wearing their lovely dresses, and they contacted me and I was like, my day is made because I've seen your lovely dresses, and they make sustainable linen, beautiful, if you love like vintage style, their dresses are gorgeous. And I went for this emerald green because it's actually something in my wardrobe I don't have. And when last year maybe, or this summer, I don't know, I started talking to you about colour theory and trying to embrace colour theory, and I'm a winter, apparently. I think because I have high contrast. I don't know exactly what kind of winter. Some of you said I'm bright winter. I got a bit confused because I've got hazel eyes. So I was like, well, there's some warmth in me, but I think apparently you can be a winter but have some, you know, it's not like a cut and dry thing. Anyway, red and greens and blues, those kinds of jewel tones are really lovely on that kind of colouring. So I thought I'd go for an emerald green because I don't actually own. And look at that, actually I do think it suits me. They have this dress in lots of different colours and also prints. I was very close to getting the one which had mushrooms all over it, like foraged wild forest mushrooms. But I thought that this I would probably wear a lot more. I got it in a size medium, hopefully that's the right size to get. But I think the lovely thing is that it's, look at this, it's got like a white, oh, so you can sort of see that. It's got a massive skirt. I just think this is going to be beautiful, and it's going to be another one of those situations where I get sent something from a brand and then I end up becoming a customer because I love their stuff so much, because I can really see myself, if I like this dress, I can just imagine myself going on there and buying another one for myself because they're so pretty, and I love linen clothing, so I will try that on for you later. I'm going to finish my pumpkin puree and then I'm going to go out. So Blue texts to say that she's running a bit behind, so I'm just going to finish that video and then get dressed to go out. But I'm definitely going to change because it's cold, though when you go on a walk you end up getting warm. So here it is, my little batch of pumpkin puree. In fact, I'm actually going to leave it open. Oh, break my wrist doing it one-handed. I'll leave it open just so it can cool off properly, but it's so simple. You literally roast your pumpkin face down. So you cut the pumpkin in half on either side of the stalk because it's difficult to cut through a stalk on a pumpkin, and then put them face down in the oven for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then you scoop out the insides and blend it, and that's it. And it's good for things like pumpkin spice cookies. You can use it in a pumpkin spice latte. You could use it for pumpkin hummus. It's just a really fun little thing to do in autumn, to use pumpkin in different ways. And go check out my Instagram because I'm going to be sharing those ways on there, but also to see the full kind of breakdown of how to do it. And it's so easy. Also, I feel like if you have a baby food, perfect baby food. And it's just so easy. I did that like rapidly. And it's quite nice making these recipes every day because it is so easy, and I'm kind of testing how easy it actually is. I'm in that kind of like weird phase where I'm like, oh, I need to leave, but also I've got time. So I just ticked off a few like admin-y things, and the house is lovely and clean. I don't know what else I can do for the next 25 minutes. Alex, what can I do? What can I do with my time? What can I do with my time for the next 25 minutes? I'm ahead of schedule. I did not expect this for the month of October, and I'm doing 30 days of vegan. I thought I'd be like rammed.
Why do you have to do something?
Oh,
read a book.
I am serially challenged in chilling out, aren't I? On Sunday we were a bit hungover because of the wedding on Saturday, and we had a full day just in bed watching Pixar, having naps. We made a lovely ramen. I had baked beans and a jacket potato for lunch. It was great. Because
often we would get like a pizza for dinner, or we'd want some like brown food. But
makes me feel rotten when I'm hungover.
But we made a good decision to make a nice.
But the best part was we had a lovely day just doing nothing.
Yeah, we watched Elemental, which
I
thought was good.
It was really good. But I really struggle with that. Are you the same as me? I'm like a hyper person, so I always want to be doing something, and I only actually settle if I'm forced to, which is like when you're hungover or if you're at someone else's house or something. Like at home, I have no chill.
Yeah, because before, like, I hadn't had breakfast, and you were like, "Oh, so what can we do? Like, do we need to ring the council about the council tax?"
Oh, because we needed to change our direct debit, and I was like trying to fill the time.
It's like, relax. You've got like 25 days until we need to do it.
I know. Bobby is waiting.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm taking you out, I promise. You might not like it because there'll be lots of people, but
uh-oh,
you'll get to meet a friendly little pug.
Oh, it's a good thing I gave you a bath.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a dog.
Yeah, they have a pug.
Ah, I didn't know that.
go flying because I'm driving and I don't have a camera holder. But I'm on my way home, had a really, really lovely few hours with Blue and Peter, and yeah, it was just so nice to see them again because it's been so many years and they're just the nicest people, and it was just really lovely. So had such a nice time, and I'm gonna go home and put my feet up and do a bit of work on my computer. Well, I guess someone likes my new dress. That was not intended to be a cat bed, was it, Susie? You've got all your hair all over it. You better not put your claws in it like you did the bridesmaids' dresses. My cats seem to have a thing for green dresses. You promise you won't put your claws in it? In fact, I'm actually going to move him. I love you. Claws off. Claws off. Just got to move the dress. You can stay there. What a lovely afternoon. We had Hub Box. We had lots of chats, caught up on each other's lives, because it's been maybe like 4 years or maybe longer since we saw each other. We're trying to figure out when the last time was. It was probably like an event, like a vegan event. But yeah, they're doing really well and it's really nice to hang out and walk around St Ives. We went from Carbis Bay to St Ives and back. Roxy loved it. I picked up some fudge. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit my video for today and upload it. Well, I've edited it already. I'm going to upload it and have a cup of tea with a piece of fudge. Perfect. Let me show you the fudge I got. So Pete said to get this because I think he got it the other day. I think I've had this before, but it was a while ago because they do vegan. So I got the two flavours, which are salted maple and pecan and vanilla. I think I'm going to have a piece of vanilla because I know that that's probably the one I like the most. Taste test, Alex. You can't. Solid block of sugar. No way!
It's like childhood. Bit
Yeah.
like Werther's Originals.
I just got in my comfy clothes and we have a new little delivery from Tisserand Aromatherapy. They make lovely skincare and stuff. And it's their roll-on deodorant that's aluminium and alcohol free. I'm a bit wary of like deodorants. We'll see how this goes. The one that I use that is foolproof for me is the Salt of the Earth. I just have sensitive skin, so it's some of the deodorants I've used in the past. What's the other one I used that worked? I worked with them on it. Wild deodorant, that was also a good one. They had a sensitive skin range. And then native deodorants also. Those are the ones that work well for me, but some of them I have tried, like natural deodorants, just haven't worked. They've either irritated my skin or just haven't got rid of the smell. So I'm intrigued because I do love Tisserand and I love lavender. So it would be lovely. Oh, that smells so nice. If this works for me. Because actually my Salt of the Earth one is running low a little bit. Such a nice day actually. Had such a chilled day. Just going for a long walk with friends. So I feel like I've not really worked. But this is what sometimes being self-employed is. Sometimes you have weeks on end where you're just like, how can I do everything? How can I do everything that I need to do in one day? And then other days you're like, I actually have done everything. It also depends on your mood, I think. Because like office jobs where it's 9 to 5, I know that you don't always use that 9 to 5 100% of the time being productive. Maybe some days it's busier, you've got meetings back to back. And other days you could have done the work in like an hour or two. And I think self-employment or working for yourself really highlights that. And because I do have the luxury to just pick and choose. And actually I do find when I make myself busier, so doing creative work for me that's not for anyone else, making these videos, obviously it's for you guys. I mean, I'm not working for a brand or something or following someone else's deadline. Because I'm making my own deadline and I'm making this challenge for myself, I find myself getting work done way quicker and being way more productive because I really, really enjoy it. So it's only been 2 days and I'm loving it. I may eat my words after 15 days and I'll be knackered, but I'm enjoying it so far. morning. I don't know when I last vlogged. It was a few days ago. I had a bad few days, so I took a few days off vlogging. But we're back, it's Sunday, and I'm making a autumn hearty stew. This is for my 30 days of vegan, and I'm making like a short video of it. But I thought I would show you what I'm doing kind of bit in between, in case you want to make this, because it's a really delicious stew for this time of year. And it's actually, I think, one of my top recipes on my website, because so many of you love it, and a lot of you have said that you make it every year because it is your favourite stew, because it's just so full of flavour. So I'll show you the ingredients for it. Also, I'm trying a new hairstyle. This is like what I used to do when I was younger, where you like pin each side back, because my front pieces are really winding me up, and I either want to cut a fringe so that it's like a fringe permanently, or grow my hair out again, or cut my hair off again. I just can't decide. I'm in between cutting my hair like really short with a fringe again and leaving it curly, because I used to have that hairstyle, but I used to wear it straight most of the time. So I'm in between doing that and or just growing it out long, one length, or long with a fringe. I don't know. Please could you give me your thoughts on my hair? I want to buy some new hair clips, because how cute would it be if there's like a little flower there and there. But I was watching Gilmore Girls, and Lorelai always wears her hair like this, like she pins it back with her curls, and I thought I need to do that because it's such a convenient way to keep your hair out your face. Anyway, here are my ingredients. We have pumpkin, mushroom, potatoes and carrots, with onion and garlic as like the vegetables, but you could totally put different vegetables for different times of year. So potatoes obviously you can have whenever, but you could swap the pumpkin for other seasonal vegetables. Carrots are a great filler veg because they're so cheap. And then we've got a few little spices. I need to get some thyme from the garden, a bit of flour, stock, vegan Worcester sauce. This is the one I use because I think normally it has like fish, maybe fish sauce in it usually. Some bay leaves for flavour, tomato puree, and it's going to be delicious, and it's very easy because it's one of those you just sort of put everything together and cook it for a long time. Roxy is sulking because Daddy hasn't taken her out yet, and it is 11:30. Sometimes I get a little glance of our dresser and it makes me happy because I love the little collection of plates we've got. Ignore the mess on the bottom, but it's a real kitchen. We live here and we use it. I have also moved all the stuff. So this is all our like drying rack. I've moved it from here because I'm going to film from this angle and we don't want distractions. It looks better when there's not distractions, and it's a nice bright day. So just a little behind the scenes, depending on the lighting, depends where I film. So if it's a nice bright day like this, we obviously have lovely white countertops and green cabinetry that makes it lovely lighting. So I can film from this angle and it's bright. However, if you ever see me over here on Instagram like this, that's because it's probably not the best lighting, because I'm right in front of the window and this is like the only space that looks bright, because by the time you get to the island, it's dark. Or I will film like the end shot down here on our table, which looks nice anyway because it's a nice warm background, because this is also by the window. It's actually something I've had to like come to terms with over the years, because years ago I used to feel really jealous of everyone who lived in Australia because they all had really bright homes and their food looked really white background, like white, lovely, bright backgrounds with colourful vegetables and colourful fruits. And that would make me feel annoyed because I could never get that look. And then as I've moved into this house and cottagecore and like English countryside living has become trendy and popular, I have been able to embrace that and realise actually this is just like my aesthetic all along, because it's the way that our houses have always looked. The lighting is always kind of a bit more dark, a little bit more kind of rustic, and not that kind of bright, perfect looking lighting. And yeah, it's quite nice actually now realising that I can just embrace that and it looks great and I don't need to be fighting against it. Because when you fight against it, it looks bad because it's neither here nor there. Because I used to like brighten, or get my photographer Ali to like brighten my imagery and kind of try and saturate things and make it look a bit more vibrant, when in reality you just need to embrace the fact that your photography should look rustic and farmhousey and cottagey and English. Like I'm not I'm not living in another country, so it's kind of nice to embrace that. And just an update on the 30 days of vegan. I'm really enjoying it, because it's a really nice way to get me being creative every day and film in different places, see what works. I'm trying different styles with talking to the camera, filming just with music. Let me know what your favourite style is if you have been following along, because that also is helpful. But it's really fun, and it's also just nice to engage with my audience every day and make a bit of content every day. So I'm really loving it, and that's all that matters really, is just enjoying your time making videos and stuff. So I'm really enjoying it, and it's a Sunday and I'm up and I'm cooking, so that's fun, you know? Anyway, I'm using you as a distraction, so I'm gonna get on with it. Right, so I found my angle, and I'm gonna chop all the vegetables. We've got 1 onion, 1 pumpkin, 3 potatoes, 400 to 500 grams of mushrooms. I think I've got closer to 500, and then 2 carrots. So I'm gonna chop all of this up, and then we add our onion and garlic to the pan. I should probably not record. Yeah, and then we add our onion and garlic to a pan. Lots of people always ask me about my pans. I bought a big set of Le Creuset pans when I first moved here. So I've got the 3 different big casserole dishes, or pans, I don't know what the technical term for them is. So I've got this one, a slightly smaller one, a slightly smaller one. They're all big, but this is like huge. Here are the other 2. So they kind of all sit inside each other, and it kind of works for everything. And then I also have, I think, their small frying pan, their larger frying pan with a lid, and then like their casserole, I suppose that's the casserole dish with a lid. And I use all of them. I don't think I need anything else. I think the only thing I might need is a wok, but I don't think a wok works on an induction hob. Maybe it works on a Aga. Let me know, because I do think I need a wok, because we do a lot of stir fries, and the pan I have it's not the right size sometimes. But I really, really rate them. You can get them in every single colour, and you can also very often get them secondhand. So have a look on eBay. When I moved, I just wanted a full set straight away, because I wanted to, get excited about moving house and cooking and stuff. But I know that you can get them secondhand if you collect them. These are, I think, in colour almond. Anyway, I'm gonna chop all the vegetables up, put the onion and garlic in the pan, and then add in the spices. So this has got paprika, cumin, bay leaves, and thyme. With a bit of water. Then we'll add in the carrots and mushrooms and saute them until they're all softened. And then we'll add in the other ingredients, the potatoes, the pumpkin, flour, puree, stock cubes, and chopped tomatoes, the stock, all the liquidy stuff, all the rest of it, and then you put it in the oven. Bring it to a boil on the stove and then put it in the oven. I'm not going to preheat the oven just because it makes a noise, but if you are cooking this at home, preheat your oven first to 160, I think it is. Yes, 160. And it's really easy and nice, because on a Sunday, you can cook this in the morning, put it in the oven, and then it's ready for later on, or you could do it at lunchtime or whatever, so that you don't have to cook later on in the evening, and it makes quite a nice portion. It makes 4 to 6 portions, so you could even double it or bulk it out with other vegetables, and freeze half of it and have it as meal prep for the later on in the week. So I'm gonna get chopping. All of the veg is chopped. Would you look at that? So this is a really yummy, healthy autumn meal to make. Last night, Alex and I had such a fail of a meal. Look at that. We wanted pizza, and the place that we wanted to get pizza from wasn't doing pizza, so we decided to make our own. We bought these pizza bases, and they were really bad because Tesco didn't do any normal pizza bases. they just had the ones in the freezer. They were really bad. They were like chewy and didn't like crisp up. They were just bad. And then the passata I bought was like, it had been mixed with water, so it's really runny. And then I put way too much cheese on it, and the cheese, like, this is the thing with vegan cheese, it doesn't act like normal cheese. So depending on the cheese you get, every brand works differently. Some of them have like lots of coconut oil in them, lots of water. And so when you melt them, they really like disappear and they go quite soggy. And so it made the whole pizza really soggy, and I literally couldn't eat it. Isn't that the worst, when you really want a great meal and then you make something and it just turns out awfully? Every like part of it was bad, and it made me remember, just do it yourself. Don't buy pre-bought doughs. And even the vegan cheese, like, I just thought, stick to what you know, because I bought a different vegan cheese and I don't know, it was not a good it was not a good pizza. It was a massive fail, and I was eating it and just thinking, I would just so much rather be having a delicious like pumpkin curry or stew right now. We had some nice snacks instead. We had some of the spicy hula hoops and these lovely vegan chocolate bars I can't remember the name of, but they're good. Maybe I'll show you them later. Anyway, we're gonna get cooking now, which is the important bit. Maybe this is fun for you to see how I set everything up. When I follow people, I'm always curious how they set their content up. It is a struggle. As a content creator, you're often like, do I make the content on my phone? Do I do it on my camera? Because everyone does it differently. Do I do it handheld so it's really like laid back, or do I do it with a tripod, or do I try and, you know, zoom in on everything, or do it from far away? And there's so many different ways you can do it, and I think I'm realizing the best way for me to do it is the way that makes me do it. Hello, you can come in.
Hello, sorry.
You going?
Just want to grab a towel.
I'm just vlogging. Yeah, because if I do it on my camera, it's less likely I'll do it often, because it requires way more work. So you have to like edit it on your computer, and the camera you have to like set it up. It's just more complicated. If I do it on my phone, it's just way more likely that I'm just going to whip my phone out and just do it quickly. Which is, I suppose, this whole process, what I'm going to learn doing these videos every day. Part of me wants to have it so it's like angled. I always worry about the way my footage looks, and I forget that like that's not something I really need to worry about, because I always try and make things look pretty. I more need to probably worry about making the video engaging and the recipe interesting, because I tend to always try and make things, I just really like things looking pretty. So I do always try and make things look nice. This is a struggle as well, where our hob is. I really want the Arga back on, because that looks really pretty, because it's like very aesthetically nice. Whereas this, it being a plain sort of white then black, doesn't look very good at any angle. What I might do is get this bad boy out. See, watch this. Because then you can go from the top. We're actually thinking of, we did get a hob that's got 4 for the office from Hotpoint, and we're thinking of putting this 2-1 in the office and then putting the 4-1 in here, because when we did this we were like, oh, we don't want to take up too much space on the island, but half the year, 6 months, maybe more of the year, we don't have the Arga on. So trying to cook, as literally my job is a recipe creator and like online chef, I suppose, cook, that is not a good idea to just have 2 hobs. It makes my life very difficult. I don't know why I didn't think that. I mean, at the time I thought it was a good idea, but it's the one mistake we've definitely made with this kitchen. So we'll probably do that maybe next year. I don't know, we'll see. Just get a quote, see how much it's gonna cost. Okay, that's nicer. That's much more aesthetically pleasing. And then the only issue with this is when it starts to steam, it steams up. I think we're okay. And if it doesn't work, then I can just take it off and handheld it. Into a large oven-proof pan, add some olive oil. I think I knocked it. First, add your onion and garlic to a large oven-proof pan. is our first step, onion and garlic. Camera is getting it. I'm gonna, oh shit, it's not oh my God, this is what happens to me all the time, that I'm not even recording. Okay, I'm very grateful I'm vlogging because I would not have noticed that, and I would have not captured this whole thing because I was just gonna carry on. So I'll stop that for now. This needs to soften, so about 5 to 10 minutes. So these pans are also great because they really heat up and then they maintain like quite a high heat. Next add in 2 teaspoons of paprika. Here's how it's looking, and obviously the mushrooms will reduce significantly. I always cook mushrooms first because I think this is where people go wrong with mushrooms, is they throw everything in together. So I think for another recipe maybe, or in the past, maybe I might have added these and all of the pumpkin and potato and then put all of the water in, and it just makes the mushrooms taste boiled. So if you want that real depth of flavour from the mushrooms, because mushrooms have that earthy taste and they can take on that kind of meat replacement feel for a vegetarian dish, you want to fry them off first and reduce them first, because then all of their liquid will evaporate. Otherwise they just taste like boiled mushrooms like you had when you were in school, which a lot of people don't like. Another thing you can do is add salt to help them reduce, because it will absorb some of the moisture. Does that not just look like autumn in a pan? Look at the colour. We've moved over here because now is where I add quite a few ingredients and the lighting isn't great there, plus with the noise of the hob, it's simpler here. So I'm gonna add all the other ingredients into here and yeah, should make a nicer shot. In fact, I might go from above again, just for consistency. I've got to make it not obvious that it's not on a hob, so you don't want it to like stand out. So there it is. Obviously you can mix the veg stock beforehand, but sometimes I'm lazy and I just put the stock straight in. But you want to bring this to the boil. I'm going to turn the oven on now to 160, and that's kind of it. And obviously if I'm not filming it, it's quite simple really. It's very simple. This is the Worcester sauce that I use. It's the Biona organic one, and it's vegan, and it adds so much flavour. Like when you put it in, you can really smell how good a flavour this will add. Stew is in the oven. 160 degrees, hour and a half, and midway take off the lid, and you can add a bit more water if it's looking dry, because obviously everyone's oven's vegetable size varies, so you can play around with that. But that was yummy, and so I'm gonna make some lunch quickly. I think I kind of want to use Alex's lovely bread, though we could have that with the stew. Or shall I finish leftovers? Because I've been cooking so much, I've got so many leftovers. Actually, no, I need to eat this. I'm gonna eat this. Also, recipe for this is on my shorts or Instagram. Delightful. This orzo is seriously delicious, and I love a bit of Violife Parmesan on top. It's so good because it's got so much lemon in it. Well, it's called Lemony Leek, and obviously it's leek season. And it's got mushrooms, cannellini beans, which you can swap for butter beans, and it's got mushrooms, but if you don't like mushrooms, this would work perfectly with tomatoes or just for a change, and some peas. So it's really high in protein with the peas and the beans, and really flavourful with the leeks, garlic and lemon, and it's just really nice one for meal prep actually, because it makes a really good portion size, and me and Alex have been enjoying it the last few days, and it's very quick to heat up. I've slightly left you hanging because I've got in the car to go to the garden centre because I want to get there before it closes. I'll show you the stew when I get back. I just had a mouthful because I was filming for Instagram. Oh, I forgot how unbelievably good that is. I've just had my lunch, but I could eat a whole bowl of that right now, but we'll have it for dinner. My dad is here helping with the garden again, and I'm going to the garden centre for some soil, some John Innes, some compost and some plants, because he pointed out, he was like, because it's overwhelming our garden right now. I feel overwhelmed by it because it's such a job to look after. So he was like, just focus on the patio and making that area nice, because if that's nice, then you'll enjoy it and maybe you'll be motivated to do other areas. And I think that's such good advice. So Alex is going to mow the lawn and we're going to just make the patio nice and finish the planting. And then maybe, yeah, I will be motivated to just focus on tidying the patio, and then other things can come, like our driveway is the next port of call that really gets me down because it's such a mess and it looks horrible when you drive in, and it really doesn't set the tone for the house. So I'm going to go to the garden centre, get some bits and come home and do some planting and finishing and tidying. I have a full cart of compost and plants and I'm going to go home. I've been in the garden centre for too long. Whee! Here's my loot: John Innes, compost, topsoil, rosemary, anemones and lavender. Hee hee. I never planted him. Here it is. The yummy orange stew. Yeah, the white one. Just like that, yeah. This is our plan. We've got hyacinth bulbs along the front that can come out when the hydrangeas and other flowers aren't out, and then allium bulbs along the back because then they can go high. We're going to move the hydrangeas a little bit just to give them more space, and then we've got the lovely anemones that can be in flower when the hydrangeas aren't, and we've obviously got that lovely rose there, and then the same on this side. So we just need to move this hydrangea because he's getting a bit cramped, so we'll move him over a little bit. And yeah, I wasn't originally going to add more to this, but I'm obviously realising spring you still want some flowers, so that'd be really nice. And we've got more topsoil and compost to fill them a bit because it's all sunk. As you can see, the roots are all on show. Got these grasses and lavender for over here. I want to keep it simple over here because obviously I don't want to be like having to fuss too much. So we thought we'd put a hebe, grass, lavender and then rosemary, and if there's space I'll order some more lavender online because I couldn't see any, or go to another garden centre because I didn't have very much. But I thought these grasses were so pretty and it would look really nice with the copper of that. Yeah, we've opened this and cleaned this out because it needs good drying because there are lots of leaves in here from when this was bushy, so hopefully that should dry out. Alex has mowed our lawn. Successful day of gardening and dinner is ready. It literally looks like a meat stew because you cook it for so long, and the mushrooms, oh that's hot. It has that kind of lovely like stewy, meaty texture. And honestly, you could just cook it for so long and it just gets more and more flavoursome. And I just love the colour because it literally looks like autumn. I was having this alcohol-free Beck's. It's pretty gross actually for an alcohol-free beer. I think I like the Heineken one or the Peroni one better, but it did the job. I haven't finished it yet. So let's dish this out. Get a bigger spatula because we are hungry. I'll be impressed if Alex eats a lot of this though, because he doesn't like mushrooms. But I feel like in this case, the mushrooms are what add the depth of flavour. Let's give him extra potato. Also, if you don't like pumpkin, because I know I've been sharing a lot of pumpkin recipes, someone just asked this question on my Instagram, swap the pumpkin for extra potatoes or sweet potatoes or squash or even courgette, but just add the courgette later, otherwise it will disintegrate because it's very watery. Maybe like the last 20 to 25 minutes, but yeah, there's lots of alternatives. It's not like you don't have to put the pumpkin in. But what you do have to do is you have to have it with bread. Alex, how many slices of bread? 2? Do you want to eat it next door and watch Harry Potter? Yeah? La, 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 la. I've just used that Practical Magic song on my reel and it's now in my head. Homemade bread as well. Perfection. I want to start making my own butter. Thing is, I do so many recipes, for so many videos I forget what I've got recipes for. I'm pretty sure I have a recipe for vegan butter. I'd really like to make one because I remember, I think either I have a recipe or I have made my own vegan butter before, and I just remember it not being that complicated, and I feel like that would be quite a fun thing. I feel like it'd make it even tastier, though this one is good. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend or day, and I will see you in the next one. I'm going to enjoy the stew so much.
Codswallop. Professor Snape is a Hogwarts teacher.
Hogwarts teacher.